Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you there was a mystery hidden within the pages of the Bible, a secret so profound that it remained concealed for over 2,000 years? What if I told you that this secret, this ancient truth has the power to change not only how we view the past, but how we understand our present and the future that awaits us? Imagine standing on the precipice of discovery, gazing into the vast uncharted landscape of human history. For centuries, scholars, theologians, and thinkers have pored over ancient texts, trying to unlock the secrets of the Bible. Yet, within its pages lies a mystery that has eluded even the most devoted minds. A mystery that has remained hidden for over 2,000 years. And here we are on the verge of uncovering this enigma, a truth that has been veiled, patiently waiting for the right moment to be revealed. You may ask yourself, how is it possible that something so significant could remain concealed for so long? The answer lies not in the absence of knowledge, but rather in the way that knowledge was designed to be discovered at a specific time. The Bible is not just a collection of stories or teachings. It is a book brimming with layers of meaning, each layer unlocking a deeper level of understanding. Some of these layers were meant to be understood in the context of their time, while others were preserved as cryptic clues, waiting for the world to catch up to the significance they hold. Throughout history, great minds have tried to uncover this mystery, and yet it has remained elusive. Some have argued that it was simply a matter of misinterpretation, while others have dismissed it as an ancient myth with no relevance to the modern world. But as time marches on and our understanding of the world evolves, we begin to realize that the Bible is more than just a religious document. It is a map, a guide to understanding not only the past, but also the present and the future. But why has it taken so long for this mystery to be revealed? Perhaps it is because we were not yet ready to understand its significance. Perhaps the world needed to reach a certain point in its spiritual and intellectual development before it could truly comprehend the magnitude of this hidden truth. Whatever the reason, the time has come. And as we stand on the threshold of this discovery, we must be ready to embrace the revelation that awaits us. So why should you care about this mystery? Why should you devote your time and energy to uncovering something that has been hidden for centuries? The answer is simple. This truth has the power to transform your life. It has the potential to deepen your understanding of who you are, why you are here, and what the future holds. It can challenge your preconceived notions, expand your perspective, and open your eyes to a whole new way of seeing the world. So as we embark on this journey of discovery, I invite you to keep an open mind and an open heart, because what you are about to uncover may very well change the course of your life forever. This is a mystery that has been waiting for you, waiting for all of us to discover, and the time to uncover it is now. The Bible is a timeless repository of wisdom containing ancient truths that have shaped the course of human history. Throughout the ages, it has served as a beacon of light, offering guidance, solace, and insight to millions across generations. But within its pages, there exists a profound and often overlooked aspect: prophecy. Personally, the Bible is not merely a glimpse into the future, it is a divine blueprint, an intricately woven plan that stretches across time, touching past, present, and future. There is one such prophecy, long concealed, that holds the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of not only our history, but the world we live in today. This is the prophecy that we are now ready to uncover, and its relevance to our lives today is nothing short of astounding. The key to understanding this prophecy lies in recognizing that it is not simply a prediction of events that will unfold at some distant point in the future. It is a divine message embedded within the fabric of human existence, offering insight into the very nature of life itself. It is a message that resonates not only on a cosmic level, but also on a deeply personal one. This prophecy speaks to us today, offering guidance on how to navigate the complexities of modern life, how to make sense of the world we live in, and how to understand the forces at work within our own hearts and minds. In this prophecy, there are truths that challenge our conventional understanding of time, space, and even the nature of reality. It reveals patterns, connections, and events that we might have overlooked or dismissed as mere coincidence. It speaks of divine intervention, a higher purpose guiding humanity toward its ultimate destiny. And it shows us that the events of today, the conflicts, the upheavals, the challenges we face are not random. They are part of the grand design, a plan that has been in motion since the beginning of time. The concept of hidden codes and messages within the Bible is something that has fascinated scholars and believers alike for centuries. To many, the Bible is not simply a historical document or a collection of teachings. It is a living, breathing text filled with divine wisdom that transcends its time. But this wisdom is not always immediately apparent. It requires a deeper level of understanding, a willingness to look beyond the surface, to peel back the layers, and uncover the hidden truths buried within the text. This is where the idea of biblical codes comes into play. Hidden messages, cryptic patterns, and divine revelations that have been concealed for generations, awaiting the right moment to be discovered. Another example of hidden codes lies in the arrangement of words and phrases within certain biblical passages. When these passages are examined closely, patterns emerge that suggest a deliberate structure. It is as if the words themselves were carefully chosen and placed in such a way that they form a code, a puzzle, that can only be solved when the right key is found. Some scholars believe that these word patterns reveal hidden messages about God's will, about the events of the future, and even about the nature of the universe itself. These codes are not merely a curiosity, they are a map, guiding us toward a deeper understanding of our relationship with God and the world around us. But perhaps the most compelling aspect of these biblical codes is their relevance to our modern lives. For many, the Bible is a book of ancient history, a collection of stories and teachings that may feel distant or disconnected from the realities of today's world. But the hidden codes within the Bible suggest otherwise. These messages, though written thousands of years ago, are still speaking to us today. They offer guidance on how to navigate the complexities of modern life, how to deal with the challenges we face, and how to understand the forces at work in the world around us. It is as though the Bible has been preparing us for this moment in history, providing us with the tools and wisdom we need to face the trials and tribulations of our time. Moreover, the Bible's teachings are deeply intertwined with the cultural values of the societies in which it was written. For example, ancient Israelite culture was rooted in a patriarchal society where laws, customs, and rituals were passed down through generations, often centered around family, tribal identity, and worship practices. These cultural values shaped the biblical author's worldview and influenced the way they communicated God's will. Practices such as sacrifice, temple worship, and laws regarding purity were central to the Israelites' relationship with God, but they also reflected the surrounding cultures where religious rituals were common. The Israelites, however, were called to see these practices not as mere customs, but as reflections of a deeper covenant with God. One of the most compelling reasons to look at these ancient prophecies is the way in which they resonate with the challenges we face in the modern world. Whether we look at the struggles of individuals in their personal lives or the larger societal and political upheavals that seem to be sweeping the globe, the themes of the Bible offer guidance and hope. Prophecies such as those in the Old and New Testaments reflect a deep understanding of human nature, our tendencies toward pride, greed, and division, but also our potential for redemption, transformation, and unity. These messages are not just historical records of past events, they are living lessons that offer us a path forward. One of the key reasons these prophecies have such power and relevance today is because they reflect the eternal struggle between light and darkness, good and evil, that plays out in every era of human history. From the beginning of time, humanity has been faced with the temptation to turn away from the divine truth and follow our own desires, often leading to suffering and destruction. The Bible's prophecies are filled with warnings about the consequences of ignoring God's will and the inherent dangers of living without a moral compass. Yet even as these prophecies speak of judgment, they also point to the ultimate victory of good over evil, hope over despair, and life over death. They remind us that no matter how bleak the world may seem, there is a higher purpose unfolding that will bring about justice, peace, and restoration. At the heart of these prophecies is the message of redemption. The Bible reveals that despite humanity's repeated failures and shortcomings, God's love and mercy are unwavering. The prophets, though often speaking words of judgment, also prophesied of a time when God would bring about a new beginning, a time of renewal and reconciliation. This is particularly evident in the messianic prophecies found throughout the Old Testament, which point to the coming of a Savior who would deliver humanity from sin and restore God's kingdom on earth. For Christians, these prophecies are seen as being fulfilled in the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. However, the message of the Messiah's return, as prophesied in the New Testament, reminds us that the full realization of God's kingdom is yet to come. It is a promise that encourages us to live in anticipation of a future hope, while also calling us to live out the values of the kingdom in the present. Another powerful aspect of biblical prophecy is its ability to reveal the cyclical nature of human history. The Bible repeatedly shows how nations and individuals rise and fall, how civilizations experience moments of greatness and then collapse under the weight of their own moral failings. This cyclical pattern serves as a reminder that no empire, no matter how powerful, is immune to the consequences of turning away from God's truth. This pattern is particularly evident in the prophecies concerning the rise and fall of ancient Israel and Judah, as well as the warnings given to other nations throughout the Bible. In many ways, these prophecies are a reflection of the ongoing struggles humanity faces, our attempts to build societies based on human wisdom, only to find that those foundations are often shaky and fragile without the guidance of divine principles. In our modern context, these ancient prophecies serve as a mirror to the challenges we face today. As we look at the political, social, and economic systems that shape our world, we are confronted with the same issues that have plagued humanity throughout history: greed, corruption, injustice, and the pursuit of power at the expense of the weak. Yet, the Bible's prophecies remind us that the ultimate victory does not belong to these systems, but to the kingdom of God. In the end, it is God's truth, justice, and mercy that will prevail.